Yo, what's happening, people? I'm back with a preview for Arsenal versus Sheffield United. Yes, Arsenal plays Sheffield United on the back of two back-to-back games against Liverpool. So yeah, let's get into it. And before we delve into the actual team news, I will go into looking at more, just about a couple of transfer news and couple updates with Arsenal. The first one looks like Torreira's going to be leaving the club. He's flown to Atletico Madrid for a medical, and he's already said goodbyes to players at Arsenal. Now, Torreira's a player I like. Torreira's a player I think did fit into the way Emery played, but obviously Arteta is not a fan of his in terms of going forward with Arsenal. So I think it's the right move to move him on. The problem I have is that Atletico came in with the offer of a loan. We said no because we want a permanent. Then they said no, we still want a loan. And then we said, okay, a loan with an obligation to buy it. And then they said no, we just want a loan. And then we said, okay, loan with an option to buy. And I said, yeah, okay, so we don't have to buy him. But we'll take him on loan and we've got an option if we want to buy him or not. And I just feel like it's a bit of a bad business, especially the fact that Atletico are now saying Partey's not leaving, he's staying at the club. And, you know, if you want him, you have to pay his 50 million euros release clause. And whereas we don't want to pay that. But Atletico say that's what it is. That's what it's there for. If you want him, you pay for it. But the way we're on it, it's like, nah, we won't do that. But we'll just give you Torreira on loan, and you're not even going to bargain with us for Partey. Listen, if nothing happens in the transfer window and we just loan Torreira out to Atletico and we don't get anything in, it's a poor transfer window for me. And it looks like Houssem Aouar's had a meeting with Leon, and they've said that he's going to stay. He said he's told the staff, he's told the board that he's going to stay for at least one more year at Leon, despite interest from Arsenal. So things look like they're stalling in that department as well. There's talks that Arsenal want Jorginho. I don't know how true that is. But it's imperative that we need midfielder reinforcements. We saw against Liverpool in the Premier League that we're not good enough in that area. And so, obviously, we'll see what happens come transfer deadline day next week. But at the moment, things are not looking good. And I said, you know, we need to get at least one of them. My preference would be Partey. That looks like it's not happening. Aouar looks like it's not happening. So looks like we might not even get any of them. And just to have like Gabriel signing and a couple of the guys made permanent from last year and Aubameyang's new deal, Willian on a free, it's not good enough for me. I think we need a bit more. We need more. We do need more. We need at least another couple of signings. And so it's looking like an actually disappointing window in the end. But we'll wait and see. What happens next week. I think we still need to move players on as well. Guendouzi, obviously the Ozil situation's unlikely to move on, but Socrates, Kolasinac, Mustafi, all of those. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But we did have the Europa League draw this week as well, and Arsenal would draw a decent group with Molde, Vienna, Rapid Vienna, and a trip to Ireland. So again, time to rest the squad, fresh legs, and hopefully we can get through comfortably into the knockout stages of the Europa League. So yeah, let's get into this Sheffield United game then. So team needs for this game, not much to bring really. Socrates is back in training. Emil Smith-Rowe is back in training as well, but I don't think either of them will feature. No new injuries from the midweek games against Liverpool. Obviously coming off the back of a loss in the Premier League, 2 wins and a loss with Liverpool, but we've bounced back already. I know it's the Carabao Cup, but when you play the same team, even though it's different players and you get the win, even though it was on penalties, it instills that little bit of confidence. And so we've really bounced back from the loss on Monday by beating Liverpool. But it's imperative now that we beat Sheffield United because we got Man City after the international break. And even though there's an international break, you know, you can't really mess with Man City. So we need to be ready for that game. And, you know, if we do lose that game, at least we have sort of 3 wins in the bag. And I think it's imperative that we go out and beat Sheffield United and hopefully comfortably beat Sheffield United as well. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I feel like we need to really show that we're going to be pushing for the top 4, especially when You got other teams around us dropping points. Obviously, there's Man United, Tottenham this weekend as well. So some of them are going to be dropping points. We need to just be capitalising on it, bouncing back from defeats and just getting the wins as much as we can. We know we're not at Liverpool's level, but we should be at the level to be beating Sheffield United at home. They've had a poor start as well. So, yeah, in terms of the team, I'm going to go with Leno in goal. Brilliant performance on Thursday night. Surprised he played. But for confidence-wise, my man of the match. Excellent to see him playing. Excellent to see him playing so well. This is where I struggle again with the back three. I'm going to go with what I think Arteta will do, and it's Holden, Louise, Tierney. I really want Gabriel to play personally, but I just don't see him dropping Holden. I don't see him dropping Holden. So I think if Gabriel does play, it may mean Tierney moves into left wing back, but I don't see that happening really. So with Gabriel playing on Thursday, I just feel like it will swap again. So I think David Luiz will come back in, and so we'll go Holden, David Luiz and Tierney just for some balance on the right hand side. Now, if you ask me, I'd love to go with a David Luiz, Gabriel and Tierney. Put David Luiz on the right hand side and just see what happens. But it's not obviously something that's not been worked on. It's not been tried out yet. But Sheffield United might be a good game to try it. But yeah, I'm gonna go finally with Holden, David Luiz and Tierney, because that's what I think Arteta will do. I'm gonna go Bellerin at right wing back. He was rested in midweek. Cedric, I thought he had a decent game. Came in, scored a penalty as well. Xhaka, I'll start him again with Stanley Ceballos in the middle. I know El Neni played in the last Premier League game, but I think Ceballos will come in the middle of the park for this one, and Xhaka will start his third game in a week because he's so imperative to the way we play. So I think he needs to start. And then at left wing back, I'm going to go with Maitland-Niles. I'm going to rotate it. So Saka started in midweek against Liverpool, and I'm just going to go with Maitland-Niles to come back in. And then I'm going to go with the front three of Willian, Lacazette and Aubameyang. Pepe, I thought he did a decent game against Liverpool. I just don't think he's done enough yet to replace Willian, who has also been quiet the last couple of Premier League games against Liverpool and in the win against West Ham. So, there's competition there, and there's also opportunities for people like Saka to be pushing up there, and Eddie and Nketiah as well. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But obviously Lacazette, even though he missed the chance to get Liverpool, he is 3 goals in 3 games. So I think he will start, and Aubameyang starts as well. Hopefully he gets a goal. He's only got the one from the opening day of the season. So a bit of confidence, and let's see. Hopefully he gets the goals there. As I said, Sheffield United are coming in on some bad form. Lost their first 2 Premier League games. Yet to score a goal. Looking a bit shaky. Their centre-back, Jack O'Connell's out for about 6 months. But, they did take 4 points off us last season. Beat us at Bramall Lane and got a point at the Emirates. So they're going to know what it's like to come and do that. I know they've signed Ryan Brewster from Liverpool, but I don't think he's ready, signed in time to play for this game, which is good news for us. But yeah, I just hope that we just attack them. Don't let them have the ball. Don't let them develop with their play, with their overlapping centre-backs. And yeah, hopefully we go out there and really put them to the test and put them to the metal and come back with the 3 points. That's the main thing. In terms of my prediction for the score, I'm going to go with 2-0 to Arsenal. I think we will win. I think it will be comfortable. Just to update you on last week's prediction, I predicted us to lose to Liverpool by 2-0. We lost by 3-1. So still on the same points in terms of the Ramsey versus Arsenal table, 6 points apiece. And yeah, I'm predicting a win this weekend. So hopefully we go out and we get the win and we get the 3 points, and then it's an international break, and we'll see what happens for the next few days of the transfer window. Hopefully we bring in at least 1, but hopefully 2 midfielders into Arsenal. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.